Hello guys, this is Paul McWhorter from TopTechBoy.com, and we're here today with lesson number 16 in our most excellent new series of tutorials where you are learning to build a non-axis inertial measurement system. What I need you to do today is pour yourself a nice big mug of iced coffee and get ready to install some software. What we are going to do today is we are going to look at installing a new Python editor. Because I don't know if you have noticed, but I have really been struggling in the last few lessons as I'm trying to write code in the editor that comes, the standard editor that comes with Python 3.7. And the problem that I'm having is that I have to make the font big enough where it is easy for you to read. But when I do that, some of these longer lines of code are wider than the screen, and so as I'm typing out on the edge, you're just seeing the very edge of my typing. And making things worse is down at the bottom, if you look at this idle, there is no horizontal scroll bar. So after I've scrolled off the screen, it's very hard for me to get back over to the other side. And so as I'm trying to teach you, I am struggling with this kind of simple text editor. So what we're going to do today is we're going to install a better text editor. Don't worry, you're still going to be using Python 3.7. All the commands are the same. Everything is the same, but we're going to be doing it in a window that gives us a little bit more flexibility. Okay. Now you can continue on with the existing idle, but since I'm moving to Pyscripter, it might be a little bit easier for you to follow if we were working on the identical software. So what I need you to do is I need you to call up your browser. Okay, for me, I'm using Google Chrome. And I need you to search on download Pyscripter, Pyscripter. Okay. And for me, the first result, Pyscripter download at SourceForge. That will work. I'm going to click on that. And then what you want to do is you see up here it says Pyscripter, and right below it is the big green download button. Click it one time, take your hands off the keyboard. You don't have to do anything else. It kind of does things like to try to get you, it seems like, to click something else to download it, but just that one click. And then for me in Chrome, the download file is down here in the lower left, and so I will click on that one time, hands off the keyboard. Okay, it's asking me, do you want to install? Okay, so it was asking me, do I want to install? I clicked yes, and now it's asking me for language. I am going to say English. Okay, and then it is asking me to read the following important things. I will click next, and then where to put it in Pyscripter, that's fine. And then Pyscripter x64, that's fine. And then for me, I'm going to do a quick launch shortcut and then create a desktop. All right. And so you really probably don't need my help to do this, but once we open it up, I'm going to kind of show you how to configure it where it's nice and easy to use. So finally, we are going to click install. Okay. And I'm going to close this SourceForge thing. I don't like that very much. Okay, we'll go back here. All right, now we have one more next. It asked me to read this again, and so I'm going to click next. And then finally, we have the option of launching Pyscripter. So we will launch Pyscripter. Okay. And it is taking a second to configure itself here. Good time to enjoy a little coffee. Okay, it looks like we have this thing open, and I'm going to try to make it more the size of your view here. And what you'll notice when this thing opens is you'll notice that it is a little bit busy. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of simplify this. The first thing over here on my left, over here on the left is this File Explorer where it kind of gives you your file structure. I don't want that, so I'm going to kill that with the little X. I don't want the Project Explorer. I'm going to kill that. I don't want the Code Explorer. I'm going to kill that. All right, so now I have two windows. This top window is where you write the program, and then the bottom window is equivalent to the Python shell in idle, where you can type in commands one at a time. So I can write the program up here, or I could type things in one at a time down here. Now we need to go in and kind of configure this where it's going to be easier for you to see as I'm typing, and you might want to do some of this as well. Now the nice thing is when I kill those other windows, if we kill Pyscripter and come back, it will remember these configurations and that other stuff won't come back. But what do I need to do? Well, let me look under View. Okay, so I'm on View and I'm coming down to Styles. I don't like this black background nonsense, so it was on Windows 10 Dark. I'm going to look at turquoise gray. You can pick one that you like, but I'm going to pick turquoise gray and apply. Now that is just going to change the frame. I also want to change this sort of low contrast gray background box because I want something higher contrast so it'll be easier for you to see. So I'm going to come to Tools, and I am going to come to Options, and I am going to come to Editor Options. And there's going to be several things that we want to set here. Okay, I want a big font. Now you might not need it this big if you're right in front of your screen, but for you to see my screen, I'm going to come up and I'm going to set the font to about 36. Okay, and that will give me a nice big font. The rest of this looks good. Then under Options, I'll have to come back to that later. And then we're going to look at color themes. Okay, so this is a little bit low contrast for me. And so let me just look. I don't know. I kind of just am idle highlighting. I kind of like that. Nice clean white background. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to say apply the theme. Okay, hopefully it'll change after maybe I have to open a new window or something, but let's say okay for now there. Okay, boom. All right, so what you can see is you can see that we have a nice code window, and then down here in the bottom we have a shell. So I could say print hello world, and then boom, it gave me a hello world. If you could see it there. Yeah, okay. So we are well on our way. Now, one thing I don't like is when you come and you open a new program, like new Python module, it starts with all this nonsense, and I just want it to give me a blank page. So I want to come over to Tools, and I believe that that is going to be under Options. And that is going to be, I think we have to do like code template and file templates. But under file templates, we are going to come and look, and you can see that you choose Python scripts. And then I want to get rid of all of that. Okay. And then I want to update. Let's see if there's anything else there. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that it might be trying to put in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to say, okay, we updated that. Now I'm going to say, okay. I think I also have to come in and under Options do the code templates. Okay, and that is there again, it looks like. So I am going to, under Python module header, select all that, backspace over it, and say update. And then there is the comment line, the Python application. Okay, I am going to take that out and say update. And then I think that looks pretty good. I hope if I open another one, a lot of this nonsense is going to be gone. New Python module. Okay, you see now we're going to start with a nice blank place to work there. Okay, let's see, what else do I want to do there? This is really looking pretty darn good. The word wrapping business. Okay, Now, there's several things you're going to have to do. You're going to have to point at your program area, right mouse click, and say code folding, and take that off. Okay, right mouse click, and then you come down to code folding and make sure that that is not selected. Now, I'm also going to have to come back to options and go to IDE options. Okay, we're going to come under editor. All right, and then under code folding, we are going to turn it off there as well. So code folding option, let's see. Code folding options by default. No, I don't want that. So I'm going to click on the box and then it changes it to false. Okay, so I've turned off the code folding both by right mouse clicking and going to the options. Now I'm going to go to tools and I am going to go back to editor options. All right, now under editor options, I'm going to go back to options, and now I'm going to turn word wrap on. Okay, I want word wrap, not code folding. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Let's say that I was just typing like this, and boom, you see if I had a long line of code, it would come back to the next line. I mean, it would come back to the next line. So you will be able to see it, and I won't have to fight with this thing so much. Okay, let's also just come down here, and let's go to our shell that's down at the bottom. I kind of like this, that every time I open it, I've got the shell, and I've got the program area. All right, what if I just said import VPython? Is it still going to find the libraries that I had before? And when I say import VPython, it just pauses for an awkward long time. Maybe I didn't hit enter. Okay, I didn't hit enter. Okay, import VPython, no problem at all. So our libraries are there. So now we have a nice little integrated development environment where we can write our code, we can have our shell, we can save things, and we don't have to fight with the kind of simplicity of idle. Okay guys, I hope this was useful for you. I hope you have followed along with me okay, and what we are going to do is we're going to come back in lesson number 17 and we're going to really start diving into VPython a little bit more. Paul McWhorter from TopTechBoy.com. I will talk to you guys later.